back of the show. Whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa. Theology. We're sorry. You're welcome.
I feel like I had so many things I wanted to talk about right now, but you look kind of sad. You okay?
I'm going to be honest with you, Peggy. Yeah, I'm a little taken back. I don't know how to say it, but I watched someone die this morning.
What?
Yeah, I saw their life end before my eyes and shaken.
What happened? Are you? Oh, wow.
They fell off a building.
Where were you?
Right on their windshield.
Your windshield?
My windshield. God, no. I was watching Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. My sad sack of sad stuff. I have a joke for you. What does a ghost fart smell like?
What?
Cheese. And what does a ghost fart smell like in church?
What?
Holy shit. I know. They stink, but they have to sit in the pews.
You know what that reminds me of? Imminent death.
How haunting.
It's very haunting. Gruesome.
Ooh.
So you see, you can contact the dead or something of its likeness. And the Bible never says you can't. The Bible says don't.
So we are physically able to connect with those who
I
are
wouldn't
not.
say to take away. You're able to connect with something.
Yeah, you're right.
We're also able to talk to God directly, so, I think that's also important to say, to note.
Why talk to the dead when you can talk to God? Amen.
Oh, living and the dead, right? But yeah, so in the book of Samuel, the first one, in the first book of Samuel, King Saul contacted Samuel after he died.
Spoiler alert, Samuel dies in the first book of Samuel. So Saul calls upon Samuel.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
You have the story?
I do.
Use your God-given gift of storytelling and you tell us what's going on.
So King Saul sucks. He definitely just has an entire reign of doing whatever the hell he wants to do and disobeying God. To the point where God's like, I am done with you.
God's done talking to this king.
No matter what, I'll give you clear instruction and you're going to do whatever it is that you want to do. And that's it. You don't need me clearly. Here's the thing. King Saul does need him.
He's very codependent.
He is a needy bitch. Like stage 5 kinger. That's good.
That was a really good one. I like that.
So he's never been a good king. Let's just say it like that. He jumps the guns. He panics. He doesn't consider the size of his army before he tries to go into these battles. And
yeah, even when they found him to be king and he was anointed to be king, and they were like, all right, we picked Saul. Where is he? And then God himself was like, your bitch king is under the bags. Right over there.
He sure was. And I bet he came out of the ugh.
There it is. There's the thing I was looking for. Sorry, dropped a cheese curd under these baggage, so I had to go look for it. I got it now, though.
Oh, you guys waiting on me? Sorry. He would never apologize.
I get the vibe, almost acts humble, but isn't humble. You know what I mean? Like gifted kid syndrome.
Oh, I could see that. He definitely would never do anything of note, but want all sorts of praise. No one told me they were proud of me for not shitting my pants. I can't believe it.
I did just become king. I don't know if anyone noticed that. Not by my doing. Why would it have to be by my doing? Look at me. I'm magnificent.
I'm tall. I wouldn't even say magnificent. You're just tall, sir.
When they introduce him into the story, his dad asked him to go find his missing donkey. Mm-hmm. And he goes and he looks at 4 places. This is stupid.
Donkeys ain't here.
Yeah, donkeys aren't here. This is dumb. Oh, let's go to that other town. Maybe they're there. The one with all the cute chicks. That's where I would go if I was a donkey.
So the donkeys are important too because they were modes of transportation and such, but livelihoods, and they owned a lot of them, so they had money. So
yes.
He was just a little hee-haw on their way through everything. But the donkeys were running away from him. He was so bad.
Like how stupid's here.
He's gonna come and hee-haw at us again. Let's get out of here. I can see him kind of teasing those donkeys too. He was that type of person. I bet you want to eat this apple, but I'm gonna eat it all in my one big bite because I got one big giant head. Wow, Saul, you suck. So 4 little quick peeks around. He's like, I don't see him. Let's go home. Yeah. I was like, I don't even think we have any more food. I ate all the food. What? It's been a day. Yeah, we had enough food for a week. I ate it all.
Yeah, the assistant's like, nope, there's a holy man.
He'll prophesize and everything he says comes true. So, a sliver of a shekel, sir.
And I will give it to this holy man, and he will tell us which way to go.
I'm telling my dad you're hoarding on his money like this. Listen, Saul, our trip calls for us riding these donkeys home. I don't want to walk this distance home. We have to find these donkeys. So they do. They end up coming across Samuel.
Yes.
Our priest and prophet.
So the reason we're going into all this is to define the relationship between Samuel and Saul. So when Saul gets into town, Samuel sees him, and through divine intervention, knows he's going to be king. And so he's like, hey, you, stay here. You're going to eat dinner with us. He's like, sits up at the head of the table. He's like, hey, they picked this piece for you. It's like the prime cut of the meat.
Oh, it's
buttering him up. He's like, ooh, this is pretty cool. He's like buddy with him, right? Sends a servant to run off in front of them so he could have alone time with them. He anoints him as king. He tells him all these things about himself to prophesize for him and just creates this bond with him. From the get-go, Saul's like, that's my guy. That's my dude. You know what I mean?
Saul was?
Yeah. Saul's like, Samuel is my guy.
Oh, okay.
Dad's cool or whatever, but that's daddy.
Okay.
That's Papa Samuel.
Papa Sammy. Papa
Sammy. Daddy Sam.
Daddy Sam. Oh, good old Daddy Sam. You think he put him over God?
Oh, I can see that. Very, very much so. God talks to you, so you're God. So that's the relationship between
I see where you're going with this, because every time that God giveth instruction, Saul do whatever he want, and Samuel had to come save his ass.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Yes.
Case in point, one of the times they went to war, God instructed Saul to destroy the entirety of the enemy, to not let a single one of them remain on the face of the earth.
I think this is what pushed God away.
Yeah, he was
This
like,
a straw.
Okay. Which I can see that. Or, and this is good. Here's another idea, which is almost just as good. I'm going to kill them all, but I'm going to keep some of them.
Yeah, I just think they might come in, benefit to me.
They think I'm cool. They said a lot of nice things about me, and I think maybe they're not so bad.
I just like the way they look up to me. So.
Right. Like, you're so cool, Saul.
Right, and then he lies about it. He lies and says that, it was my soldiers that kept them alive. And it's like, you bitched out. You can't even own up to what you're doing? Absolutely not. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I was going to sacrifice him to you. You're going to lie again? You're going to try and outlie your first lie?
I love Samuel's response to that. He's like, okay, well, let's go kill him.
He does too. Yeah, Samuel's like, I am just done. God's done. We're done. And then Saul has this begging moment of like, please, I'm remorseful and come, I need you.
Let me go worship with you. Yeah, they're going to be like, Daddy Sam just yelled at Saul.
Mm-hmm.
Not King Saul's King Saul, but Daddy Sam just yelled at Saul. Everyone can't think that.
Saul's always second runner-up.
Always in his own mind. Yeah.
Even the donkeys.
That's right. I love how Samuel handles it. He goes and, let's go worship. He's like, follow me. I can just see. Saul's like, don't worry, I'm not going to kill you. I'm king. I'll protect you. They're like, okay, that's cool. Saul, we knew you were cool. Saul walks in behind him. He's like, sorry, guys. And Samuel just pulls out a sword and kills all these fucking dudes.
Oh, yes. My answer to that is yes. See Samuel just like, I'm done doing your job.
Yeah.
I have my job. You don't do your job.
Yeah.
I have to do your job. 2 jobs. And I don't have time for this.
Right. I've priestly stuff to do.
Yeah. And also, you're making God mad. When God's mad, we're all mad. So Samuel dies. Very unfortunate. Everyone grieves. And now Saul is utterly alone.
No God. No Daddy Sam.
Nope.
And he's really stressed because at this point, he's up against the wall with his enemies, right?
A rock in a hard place. I'm so lonely. Yeah, my kids don't like me. Just the worst.
Yeah, so he decides, I'm going to talk to Samuel. No one's going to stop me.
So he's just going to go to, where he was buried and talk to him there?
Yeah, where he got hit. It's on the side of the road. So he got that little shrine right there.
They have a memorial.
With little candles.
No.
No, he goes to the Witch of Endor.
He goes to the Witch of Endor.
What a name.
The witchcraft and sorcery and all of the communicating with the dead. God says no. So these people have been kicked out. Like, you're not supposed to, they are bad news bears.
They do abominable things.
Right.
Necromancers.
Necromancers and
Great word.
the worst.
It reminds me of, I don't know, necrophilia.
Yeah. You don't want, they're bad dancers.
Yeah. Oh, that's like when you throw up when you eat, right?
Yes.
So this woman's out in the desert. She has her own spot. She's conducting her vocation, just all on her own, doing witch shit.
Game show speed.
Witch shit run, go.
Living like a gypsy.
Talking to mirrors,
Good collection of fortune-telling crystal balls.
lying on broomsticks,
Wearing black.
claiming directions,
Talking to their cats.
making apples poisonous,
Stealing kingdoms.
having houses fall on them,
Talking in rhyme.
wiggling their noses,
Eat kids.
building candy houses,
Turn them into mice.
cook stews, nuke,
Protect their spell book.
wearing out of date.
Breadcrumbs. Who left bread?
Hansel and Gretel. They thought this will get us home.
Oh, they spoiled and fattened up the kid.
That was the witch. Yeah, it was like, ooh, that way I can eat you. And then they pushed her into a fire.
A good old chemical burn. Oh, that's why they're all single. That and their noses. And their bony fingers are always pointing at people.
Yeah.
Cursing them. Oh.
I wanted to say tricking wolves, but that's just a wolf trying to eat a grandma. I'm mixing up that's not witch shit. That's wolf shit, for sure. Befriending Harry Potter.
Being Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's a warlock.
And boy man.
Boy man witch.
Boy witch. Little cub witch.
Cub witch. Of the cubbin.
Aw, little cubbins.
I don't even know if most of this stuff's true or Hollywood has cooked up these lies about witches. Back in the Salem witch trials when they made up all these lies.
Truth is, what they do out there is try not to get caught so they don't get burned or hung
Or drowned.
or drowned.
Remember, it's like, if she's not a witch, she'll float. She dies. That was unfortunate, but
Now
we'll know.
Yeah, now we know. We can all rest easy. A good Christian death.
They fuck with voodoo dolls.
Some of them would have to.
Oh, yeah, some of them are witch doctors.
Witch doctors?
Yeah, we're learning doctoring around here.
From the West, huh? Feeling like that Eastern, Western witch stuff. Wait, the Eastern witch stuff.
Resting witch face. Things like that. Witch shit.
King Saul gets into a disguise through the town, like his big, tall, lanky king
Yeah.
self.
It's like, what's Saul doing? I don't know. Let him do it.
And no one cares. Everyone can see there's like, who cares what he's doing?
He's like, shh, no one can notice me. They're like, what is the king doing? They're like, please, don't even get me started. They're like, all right, it's fine, whatever.
Being Saul.
You go tell him.
Pretend you don't see him. Just pretend you're
Yeah, right. Yeah. He says it all loud, too. Do they see me?
That's right. So he finds the witch and he goes to her and says, hey, lady, I need you to talk to someone. I need you to communicate with someone. She's like, I don't know what you're talking
we don't
about.
do that here.
Yeah.
I don't know if
that
you know this.
stupid king is going to
That's
kill us.
illegal. Oh, at first she turns them away, for sure.
Because if anyone's doing something they're not supposed to do, you can bet your bottom dollar they're going to say, yeah, I'm doing that right out the gate.
Yeah.
Stupid Saul.
That's punishable by death, sure. Are you a king? Because you have to tell me.
As he convinces her to go back to the castle. And
Not back to the castle there at her place.
oh, you're right.
Yeah, this takes place at her hut,
I always pictured him taking her back to the castle.
right? Like, hey, go back to my house. Go get me that witch. I'm gonna hang out here and do king stuff.
Seance and chill.
Yeah, seance and shit. No, they go find her. They go to her house, her hut. Sorry,
You're right.
it's not even like a full house. She has like a little humble hut.
Like
Her,
a gypsy tent.
Yeah, her gypsy tent, exactly.
Okay.
She can do her vocational work. She lets him in. He's like, I just need you to contact someone for me. He's like, okay. We should actually read that one right from the text.
Oh, man. Okay. She's like, whom shall I bring up for you? Bring up Samuel. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried out at the top of her voice.
Yeah. What the?
Why have you deceived me? You are King Saul.
Right. Oh, she just knows that too.
And he's like, don't be afraid. Just what do you see? I see a spirit coming up out of the ground. What does he look like? An old man.
That's him.
Wearing a robe. No. And so then, it was then that Saul knew Samuel had been summoned. So what did he do? Face down, bottoms up. He bowed down.
Daddy!
Daddy Sam! Look at my bottom. And Samuel says to Saul, "You've disturbed me. Why are you bringing me up?" Like,
What the fuck is you doing here?
well, I'm in great distress. Philistines are fighting against me, like, still, and God's turned away from me. He no longer answers me, doesn't profit with, doesn't answer me by dreams or prophets. I need you.
Yeah. But Daddy, I had no one else to go to.
And Samuel says to him, "The Lord's turned away from you. Become your enemy.
Oh.
And now you want to talk to me? Like, you really, like, I don't want to consult with you either. Like, what do you think God's going to do when he knows that I've been talking to you?" So, do you remember all those things I predicted that the Lord was going to do? And this all, like, all of these things are coming true that the Lord said would happen, are happening. The Lord has torn the kingdom out of your hands. He's given it to one of your neighbors, your favorite, to David.
I love how he tells them to.
Because you did not obey the Lord or carry out his fierce wrath against the Amalekites. And the Lord has done this to you today. He's going to hand over both Israel and you to the Philistines. And guess what? Tomorrow, you and your sons are going to be here with me. Oh, also, Israel's army, they're going to the Philistines too. Philistines are taking all. Except for you. I get you. Damn it! And immediately, Saul fell full length on the ground, just like a sack of potatoes.
Oh, shit. I don't feel better. I'm supposed to feel better. I love this part, the Witch of Endor.
Yeah, his strength was gone. He hadn't eaten anything that day. He couldn't move. He just hit the ground and wouldn't move.
No, but this woman takes compassion on him.
You are so sweet, Jesse, because your perspective is that of kindness, and I like that about you.
Oh, yeah.
She took compassion upon him and fed him.
No, she was like, "Please eat." She wasn't like, "I need to feed you so you get the fuck out of here because you're getting my floor all wet."
Pretty sure that's exactly what she was like.
With your big bitch tears. Going out full. No, she went and slaughtered a cow for him.
Yeah, because
Fed him and her and his army a great last meal fit for a king.
look, if my friends know you're here, I'm going to get killed then too, right?
Right.
You need to get the fuck out of my house.
I don't think she had that.
I don't have it in me to leave. The hell you don't.
No, he was trying to leave, and she was like, "No, you need to eat. You need strength."
No. He went and sulked on the couch, refused to move, just sat there like a little pouty baby. And she's like, "Oh my God, you need to eat something. Look, your maidservant has obeyed you. I took my life in my hands, did what you told me to do. Please listen. Let me give you some food so you can eat and have some strength to get on out of here."
She had one fattened calf at the house, and she fucking butchered that fucker. She said it before Saul and his men. Fed them all. Which, I mean, wow. I've never had to butcher a whole cow before. Kill it for you real quick and just whip you up some cow. What a time.
I know. So that's so good. So with that, here's a couple of questions. Questions arise are, was that in fact Samuel who came and talked to Saul?
Ooh.
Or was it God?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it a devil?
Ooh. Who's to say? We should get a medium to contact this lady.
To the seance room.
No, the onward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I actually never heard that question proposed. I was just always like, "Oh my God, they contacted the dead. Oh my God." You know, that just, blew me away. And
Fuck Saul, though.
I realized the Bible never said you can't do it. It never said it's impossible. God just said don't do it. And I think it's because you're fucking with shit you don't understand. We know demons, what they came and they fucked women, had giant babies. They were the legends of old.
So, yeah.
Which, explain that one to me. I don't fucking get it. It's just shit we don't understand that we're not supposed to be fucking with because we don't know how to fuck with it.
I feel like it had a little bit to do with Nineveh, had maybe a lot of it to do with Nineveh, a little bit to do with little Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah. Right.
And that's why those are no longer here. So don't invite the things that God has cast out.
That's true. But wasn't Nineveh forgiven?
Oh, you're right. They were still up to no good, though.
Probably. Wasn't it all no good? Redeemed only through Christ. I mean, God says there's nothing that's withheld that won't eventually be revealed. God's not lying to anyone. There's just like shit that you don't understand and it's beyond you and don't worry about it.
I'm God, and I know how the universe works.
Yeah. You want to see my math?
You want to see where the night sleeps? Believe it or not, night has to go somewhere when it's daytime's turn.
Yeah.
I know how to take it home. Do you?
I know where to put it. That's insane.
It is.
Which is just like makes me like.
So
a lot of people go like, yeah, that's not how it works. How you know about science? I'd be like, I don't know. It makes me question what I think we know.
There's a second level of nighttime. That's dark. I don't want to let anything in from there. I don't like the dark that I know.
Yeah. The darkness, like in the story, one of the plagues, the darkness that fell over, like the creeping darkness.
That's the darkness you're going to let in. Like, that was the paralyzing darkness where you just couldn't move.
You're sticking your toes in the shit. You just don't understand.
That's the thing. It's just the opposite. So
you're going to get lied to.
Here, you're in a spot where you're wanting to do things that you shouldn't do. And when you're in that darkness, you're wanting to do things that you can't do. Like move and breathe.
Shit, that's funny. Oh, that's...
What a sense of humor.
Wow, that's right. That's fucking hilarious.
And that's the full circumcision.
Damn. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. God not telling people everything is kind of like, I can't tell you because you fuck it up.
Well,
like when a chick tells a dude and she's like, oh, I'm going to come. And he's like, what? I'm doing great. And he starts fucking it up. He's moving around extra and shit. Well, yeah! I'm doing something awesome. He's like, no, you're fucking it up now. Why did I tell you?
She very clearly says, don't stop doing what you're doing. And he's like, okay, I'll do it all different.
You got it.
It's also like, when you have kids and they're kids, so they don't need to know about your mortgage payments, and because it's like, that's not kid stuff. It's God's. So again, when you can scurry your cute little human behinds all the way down to the deep, dark depths of the ocean and figure out how I locked it up, cool.
Then you can come to the big boy table and we can talk about how we're going to deal with all the evil in the entire universe. Mm-hmm. Deal with that? Are you going to bring justice to everything ever?
And still make sure you guys are doing okay.
I'm waiting.
Like, yeah.
We'll do that soon. We got to do an episode on Job.
Yes.
We can do a whole episode on just God talking to Job. We can synapse the rest of it. Blah, blah, blah. Now here's the conversation.
Oh.
And God talks to man, right?
Oh, it's a good one.
Dude, reading that, I sense chills down my back.
Satan makes an appearance in that too.
Yeah, he does. What are you doing here? Actually, we can't go into this.
Yeah, you're right. Next time.
We'll delve into that next week.
Aw.
Takeaway. What's your takeaway this week?
My takeaway this week is that even though Saul felt that God had left him, he really hadn't left him.
Never left him.
So even when we are probably at our worst or we feel things aren't going our way, God's always there.
Get our footprints in the sand picture stuff. What about all those footprints where it's just one footprint? Like, I was carrying you because you were being a bitch.
Yeah, that makes sense. We talked about this, right? Once before, and I've had a very different understanding of that.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, I thought God just floated behind you. Like, he was just kind of hovering.
It's because you were hurting in life and he was carrying you for you.
So when I'm not hurting, he won't carry me?
He's letting you walk.
Ah, excellent. Because you have to learn how to walk before you can...
I would love to carry you, but if you don't start walking, you're never going to learn that you can do more than that, and you can't become the full person that you're supposed to be. The greatness that you're going to be able to see that you could become, that I made you able to do, and I made for you to do.
You're
going to enjoy doing it.
You can do them.
Because you're made to do it.
You are made to be happy.
Yeah. God with us and God for us. Not mad God in the sky, but God for you. God loves you.
What's your takeaway?
I see the servant heart, the witch woman, and I think of Jesus hanging out with the prostitutes and the sinners and the killers. And I think of God working. I see the skewed view of the world that so many quote unquote religious people hold, and I see how Jesus operates, and I see God operating through a witch. Yeah, I just see the invitation there. See the invitation to serve and to love and work of God's work no matter who you are. What a blessing and what a great invitation.
That is good stuff. Idea that anything less than perfect isn't worthy of God is crazy.
That's insane.
I know.
Only God is perfect.
I know.
Anything else is perfect is a liar.
Yeah, and lies don't fly. Hey, guys, talk to God.
Hey, talk to God more. Tell the Lord the desires of your heart. And honestly, and I mean that. And mostly, I love God so much.
Yeah. New Testament
Anyways,
stuff.
We want to invite you guys to join the conversation. We want to invite you to hit us up. Your favorite social media, we're on it. So look us up, and we want your takeaways. We want your stories. We want to know where God in your life. We want to know.
Share your thoughts, even if they're not our thoughts.
Yeah, even if you think we're talking about the dumbest book ever.
It's a good book.
We're going to be reading Clifford for all you care. If you like the show, get involved. You're our homies. So yeah, let's chat.
Yeah, let's be besties. Log off.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Oh, welcome back to the show. Whoa, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa.
Theology. We're sorry. You're welcome.